I am 81 years old. I am sitting in a rented room above a laundromat. The walls are thin. I can hear the dryers thumping below me. The air smells like detergent and old carpet. There is a cardboard box next to my bed. It has everything I own. I used to have more. When I was 17, my high school music teacher pulled me aside after class. His name was Mr. Day. Havens, he was a serious man. Did not smile much. He told me I had a gift. He said he had been teaching for 23 years, and he had never heard anyone play piano the way I did. He said if I worked at it, if I took it seriously, I could go somewhere with it. I did not believe him. I heard him. But I did not think he was talking about something real. Music was not a job. It was something you did in church or at a school recital. It was not something you built a life on. My father worked at the rail yard. My mother cleaned houses. We lived in a 2-bedroom apartment with my 3 younger sisters. There was no money. There was barely enough food. When I told my father what Mr. Havens said, he looked at me like I had asked him for a loan to buy a spaceship. He said, "You are not going to make a living banging on a piano." He said, "You are going to get a real job." So I did. I graduated high school in 1962. I got a job at the rail yard with my father. 40 hours a week, sometimes more. The pay was decent, enough to help my mother with the rent, enough to buy myself a used car. I stopped playing piano. Not all at once. I still played at church on Sundays for a while. But the rail yard was hard work. I was tired most nights. And the piano at church was out of tune. Half the keys stuck. After a year or so, I stopped going to church altogether. I told myself it did not matter. I told myself Mr. Havens was just being nice. I told myself I was not that good anyway. I worked at the rail yard for 6 years. In 1968, I met a woman named Caroline. She worked at the diner across the street. She had dark hair and a loud laugh. She liked me. I do not know why, but she did. We got married in 1969. I was 24. She was 22. We rented a small house on the east side of town. It had a porch and a yard. It was not much, but it was ours. Caroline wanted me to be happy. She asked me once if I missed playing piano. I told her no. I told her I had moved on. But that was not true. I thought about it all the time. I thought about it when I was loading freight. I thought about it when I was eating lunch. I thought about it when I was lying in bed at night, listening to Caroline breathe beside me. I thought about what Mr. Havens had said. I thought about the way it felt when my hands were on the keys. The way the sound filled the room, the way everything else disappeared. But I did not do anything about it. In 1973, Caroline got pregnant. We had a son. We named him Thomas. I loved that boy more than I have ever loved anything. But having a child costs money. Diapers, formula, clothes, doctor visits. I picked up extra shifts at the rail yard. I worked weekends. I worked overtime. I stopped thinking about the piano. I stopped thinking about a lot of things. Thomas grew up. Caroline worked part-time at the school cafeteria. I kept working at the rail yard. The years went by. I was 35 when I saw the ad in the newspaper. It was for a piano player. A bar downtown was looking for someone to play on Friday and Saturday nights. It said they would pay $50 a night. I stared at that ad for a long time. I cut it out. I put it in my wallet. I carried it around for 2 weeks. I told myself I was too old. I told myself I had not played in years. I told myself they would want someone younger, someone better. I told myself I had responsibilities. A wife, a son, a mortgage. I threw the ad away. 3 months later, I went to that bar. There was a man playing piano. He was maybe 25. He was not bad, but he was not good either. He played the notes, but there was nothing behind them, no feeling. I sat there drinking a beer and I thought, I could do that. I could do that better. But I did not. I went home. I kissed my son goodnight. I went to bed. And I never went back to that bar. I worked at the rail yard until I was 63. They shut it down in 2008. Laid off everyone. Gave us 2 weeks' pay and a handshake. By then, Caroline was gone. She left me in 1990. Said I was not the man she married. Said I had stopped trying, stopped caring. She was right. Thomas was grown by then. He lived 2 states away. We talked maybe twice a year. Christmas, his birthday. I got a job at a hardware store after the rail yard closed. Stocking shelves, cleaning floors. It did not pay much, but it was something. I worked there until I was 74. Then my back gave out, could not lift boxes anymore. Could not stand for 8 hours. I have been living off Social Security ever since. I moved into this room 3 years ago. It is cheap. It is all I can afford. There is no piano here. I have not played in over 50 years. Last year, I was in the library. They have free internet. I was looking something up and I saw a video. It was a man playing piano. He was around my age, maybe older. He was playing at a concert hall. The place was packed. Hundreds of people. They were watching him like he was the only thing in the world. And he was good, but he was not better than I was. I know that sounds like pride. Maybe it is. But it is also true. I had that same gift, maybe more, and I did nothing with it. I think about Mr. Havens sometimes. I wonder if he is still alive. I wonder if he remembers me. I wonder if he ever thinks about the kid who could have been something. I think about that ad in the newspaper. I think about that bar. I think about all the Friday nights I could have been playing. All the people who could have heard me. I think about the life I could have had. But I did not take it. I was afraid. I was practical. I listened to my father. I listened to everyone who told me it was not realistic, not smart, not safe. And they were right, in a way. I never went hungry. I always had a roof. I paid my bills, but I also never lived. I spent 60 years doing work I did not care about, for money I did not need, to impress people who did not notice. And now I am here, in a rented room above a laundromat, with a cardboard box. And nothing else. No one knows my name. No one will remember me. I did not leave anything behind. Not music, not art, not even a story worth telling. I had more talent than anyone I knew, and I died a nobody. That is not a metaphor. I am still breathing, but I am already gone, because the man I could have been died 50 years ago. He died the day I threw that ad away. He died the day I decided it was safer to be small. You do not get a second chance at this. You do not get to go back and try again when you are 81 and your hands shake and your back hurts and you live alone above a laundromat. You get one life, one set of years, one chance to do the thing you were put here to do. And if you waste it, if you spend it, being afraid, being safe, being practical, you do not get a refund. You just get old. And you get to sit in a room by yourself and think about what you could have been. I am not telling you this because I want your sympathy. I am telling you this because I see it everywhere. I see young men and women with gifts, real gifts. And they are doing the same thing I did. They are listening to the wrong people. They are playing it safe. They are waiting for permission. And they think they have time. But they do not. Time is not on your side. It is not waiting for you to be ready. It is not going to give you a sign. It is just passing, quietly, quickly. And one day you will be my age, and you will look back, and you will see all the things you did not do, all the chances you did not take, all the talent you buried because you were afraid of what people would think. And it will be too late, not because you are dead, but because the version of you that could have done it is. I do not know how much longer I have. Maybe a year, maybe less. But I know this: when I die, no one will come to my funeral. No one will write about me. No one will remember my name. Because I made sure of that. I spent my whole life making sure I did not stand out, did not take risks, did not fail, and I succeeded. But I also did not do anything. So I will ask you this: what gift are you burying? If my story speaks to you in any way, kindly like and share so it can reach more people. That way you are helping them to avoid a life of regret. Tell me in the comment box the ways in which this story resonate with you. Looking forward to hearing from you.